Kageyama was laying in bed. He had just got home from hanging out with Amiko. Kageyama's thoughts. I wonder how things went with Boke and Salty Shima. If that beanpole does anything to Boke. Back in the room. Kageyama sighed. He couldn't help noticing the tension between the two at practice. Normally Tsukishima would tease and annoy Hinata. But today it was Hinata who seemed to be getting under Tsukishima's skin. No matter who it was, Hinata was always willing to practice with them, including Tsukishima. Today though, Hinata seemed annoyed when he was practicing his blocking. Kageyama's thoughts. What did Tsukishima do? I've never seen Hinata act that way towards someone. He was deliberately ignoring Salty. Back in the room. Kageyama picked up his phone to call Hinata. Hey, Kags. Boke. What's up with you and Salty? What do you mean? I mean, why ignore him during practice but walk home with him? Oh, that. He said he wanted to talk to me about something but not in front of everyone. What did he want? Believe it or not, he wanted to apologize. You're right. I don't believe it. Apologize for what though? For being mean to me. Hold up, so the salt shaker apologized for being a salt shaker? Yep. I have no words. Neither did I. I literally stopped in my tracks when he said it. Kageyama burst out laughing. He could just imagine the confusion on Hinata's face. Stop laughing, Kags. Kageyama laughed harder. Hinata couldn't hold his laugh in anymore. He had been so in the moment that he hadn't seen the humor in the situation. Now that he thought back to the scene, it was amusing. He was just standing there stuck. I wished I could have seen your face in person. Kageyama. Okay. Okay. Sorry, Boke. They both finally calmed down. Anyway, what did you say back? Hinata recounted the scene. Wow. Yeah. So, do you think he'll have an answer? I don't know. It kinda seemed like he already does. What do you mean? He said that we didn't have enough time to keep talking about it, so I'm assuming he had something else to say. Makes sense, I guess. By the way, what did you have to do? About what? You said you had plans tonight. Oh, yeah. I needed to talk to my mom about something. Can I ask what? I'm not really ready to talk about it yet. Okay, well, I'm here. Even though we haven't been friends for long, I've got your back. You know that, right? Yeah. I know, Kags. Thanks. Anytime. We should get to bed though. Daichi-san will make us run laps if we're late. Okay, see you tomorrow, Kags. Night, Boke. Next day. On his way to school, Yuki was curious as to what Hinata wanted to tell him. He awoke to a text from his best friend saying that he need to talk. In text. Hey, Sho. What's up? Hey, can I come over later? Sure. Is everything okay? Yes. I have to go, classes are starting here. Okay, I'll see you later. Yuki thought about the last few times he and Hinata spoke. He had asked Hinata his advice on confessing to his crush. Hinata said he would ask someone else for advice. Maybe that's it. In the changing room after practice. Hey, Kags? Yeah? I'll be going ahead. I have something to do. Is it about yesterday? With your mom? Yeah, kinda. Okay. Be safe. Thanks. Hinata made his way to his bike. Hinata, wait. What is it? Can I call you later? It's about my answer. Yeah. Sure. I need to now, so, bye. Does this mean you're finally gonna confess? I don't know. It depends on how the conversation goes. Speaking of confessing. I confessed to Yachi. I thought you were going to wait until tomorrow. I was, but I changed my mind. Well, what did she say? We have a date, once she comes back from her trip. Congrats then. Thanks. With Hinata and Yuki. I feel like I haven't been to your house in ages. I know. Going to different schools doesn't give us a lot of time like in middle school. True, plus volleyball takes up most of my free time. Same with basketball. So, what did you want to tell me? Just like the night before, Hinata took a deep breath and said those two words. He studied Yuki's face for his reaction. Yuki smiled at him. Hinata was a little confused. Why are you smiling? Because I'm happy for you. Really? Of course. I'm glad you told me. I was wondering if maybe I was wrong. What do you mean? Wrong about what? Thing is, I kind of had a feeling, but I didn't want to make you uncomfortable by asking. So, you figured it out? How? Shoyo, we've been best friends most of our lives. We talk about everything. Whenever we talked about crushes or girls with our friends, you hardly ever had an opinion. Hinata blushed, remembering all their friends arguing over who the prettiest girl in the class was. When they asked him, he just shrugged his shoulders. At first I thought maybe you just didn't want to tell us who it was, but then a couple summers ago, when we all went swimming, you seemed uncomfortable changing with the rest of us. Hinata lowered his head to keep Yuki from seeing him blush. Since when are you so observant? I don't know really. They looked at each other and laughed. So what made you finally decide to tell me? When you asked me about confessing. Speaking of, the guy I asked said he thought it was pointless to confess when you already know how the other person feels. That's what I figured. I just wanted a second opinion, or in this case a third. So are you still gonna confess? Yeah. I think knowing her answer for sure will help me get over it. Good luck. Tell me how it goes? Of course. Is there anyone you like? Hinata let out a deep sigh and shook his head. Actually, yes there is. Thing is, I don't even know why I like him. What about him caught your attention in the first place? Let's see. At first I only noticed his height. He's like 6 feet. Whoa. That's tall. Exactly. Then I find out he's also a first year and a volleyball player. Is he any good? Yes, that's the next thing I noticed about him. The way he plays. I don't mean his athletic abilities, but the way he analyzes the game itself. So your feeling started out of adoration? Yeah. Okay, so then what? Then I noticed his crappy attitude. He's rude and insensitive and probably the most sarcastic person you'll ever meet. But he's also smart and handsome. He claims not to like me because my enthusiasm annoys him, yet he's the one who offered to help me study. He sounds like a tsundere to me. A what? A tsundere. It basically means someone who is hard on the outside but soft on the inside. They are not good at expressing their feelings, so they act aloof to keep people from getting too close to them. Or in Tsukishima's case, like a complete jackass. Exactly. I wouldn't be surprised if this Tsukishima actually likes you back. I doubt that. Yuki's mom came into the room. She looked at Hinata. She said that while it was good to see him again, that it was getting late and that he should probably go. Hinata started getting his things together. Yuki walked Hinata to the front door. It was good to see you again, Sho. Same here. I miss hanging out in person. I know, me too. I'll be going then. Okay, be safe. Hinata bowed his head to Yuki's mom and thanked her for having him over. He called his mom to let her know he was on his way from Yuki's. She asked if he had told him, and Hinata said yes and that he would tell her everything when he got home.